So this is Life in Color. I'm presenting this amazing series that I put together. Hopefully you enjoy it. We went out, we talked to some people that have some tattoos. We found out the meaning behind them, where they got them, why they like them, and just sort of their different views about tattoos. I know I had a load of fun shooting this, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Sitting here with my main man, Mike Saraceni. Going to be talking about his tattoos today, so... All right, Mike, let's get started. What do you got, man?
Well, it's the first tattoo that the thing of it is I have a half sleeve on my right arm, which is actually a cover-up piece.
Okay.
I got my very first tattoo. Not a lot of thought went into it. I was 18. It was one of those deals where it was like, I'm 18, my mom can't tell me no, I'm going. So, what the tattoo meant, which it was a really interesting, font. That my buddy chose, actually. He kind of, I'm going to put it up in air quotes, he designed it. Like, he basically just kind of drew up some stuff. He gave it some weird looking font. But the tattoo itself, the meaning of that tattoo and what it stood for meant a lot to me. It was just Lazio. It was just the word Lazio and some interesting font. It's the province from Italy that a lot of my Italian family comes from. It's also my favorite Italian soccer team. So, but in hindsight, of course, I would have put a little bit more thought into it. Lazio, the soccer team. The club is known for having like an eagle, and they always have like a live eagle, like an actual, a person who put, the eagle lands on its arm and everything, and an eagle trainer, whatever you want to call him. So, I would have implemented that eagle in there somewhere, been, a little bit more closer, maybe the club badge. So anyways, you fast forward to 3 years ago, and I got the half sleeve to cover it. It's a traditional piece. I love traditional ink. So 2 of the 3 tattoos that I do have are traditional. I have one that's on this shoulder. That's a traditional pinup girl, with the words "born free" on it. That's a tribute to kind of how Americans think, and they take pride in the fact we're all born free here. But at the same time, it's also a bouncing soul song, which is one of my favorite punk bands from New Jersey. And then the other one I have is just it's a social distortion tattoo. That's the one non-traditional one that I have, but it means a lot because the song lyrics that I chose, and I've always actually been kind of against like just getting, a lot of people have like the ribs and they get like a whole passage or a whole verse from a song with like no picture, it's just the words. That's not my style, it's not really my thing. So what I saw is I honestly, how I came about getting the idea for that tattoo was the song by Social Distortion, Winners and Losers. There's a lyric in there in the chorus called there's a lyric at the beginning of the second verse called "Life's a gamble, you might lose." So I kind of thought, because the reason I got the idea for the tattoo is, I was just looking at I think I was looking up patches or something, like something to patch onto like a jacket or something. I was looking up Social Distortion patches and pictures, stickers, whatever. And I came across this one patch. It was their well-known Skelly. He's got like a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's got a martini glass. But it's like a famous logo that Social Distortion fans know. That's on a lot of their T-shirts. I have a T-shirt with the Skelly on it and everything. But it was a patch, and it said Social Distortion, and it had like something else on it. And it was just a patch with some dice on it, and so 8's my favorite number. So I made, the tattoo artist, when I went up with the idea, I took off whatever the wording was around the patch, changed it to the lyrics. Life's a gamble, you might lose, and then I just made the numbers on the dice 5 and 3, so 8. It's little meanings like that, little inside meanings. Stuff, so that's I don't know. That's kind of what I went with it.
Now, of the 3 that you have, which would you say is your favorite?
Definitely,
if you have one.
Definitely the half sleeve. And that's not even necessarily because of the meaning. It's not like one. It's not like I'm ranking the meaning of them. There's like a power rankings, like a college football ranking or something. It's I like it because of the work that was done.
I mean, can we see it?
Yeah,
Can
absolutely.
We see it real quick? Yeah.
So obviously it's almost 3 years old. It's a little faded. But if you look really close, and the people on camera aren't going to be able to see it, but if you look really close, you can kind of see a little bit of the cover up.
Oh, yeah,
because it's in the water.
I've never actually seen that before, because I've seen your arm, obviously, a couple of times.
But you can sort of see it right
there.
But we worked it in because the lettering of the old tattoo was blue. Dark. It was faded to dark to light blue, and that's generally the Lazio colors. So for me, this tattoo was perfect placement, because when I went to the artist and told him I wanted to cover that up, he's like, all right, based on what you want here, which is the old clipper ship, traditional with the words "hold fast." It's an old sailor saying. Which, and again, this has a little bit of meaning. It isn't just, I thought that was a cool looking ship. I think it's cool. I've gotten a lot of compliments on the work and the idea.
Definitely.
But it also holds true because I was in the Navy. So being on the water, it's always something that I've loved. So yeah, that's kind of why I went with that one.
Definitely,
so,
yeah. Have you gone to the same person for all of your tattoos? Do you have a favorite artist or something like that?
I
or?
do. He was doing his work out of White Tiger in Greece on the corner of Ridge, Route 104 and Dewey. This place is still open. They still do great work. They got a lot of great artists, but the particular one, the guy's name is Jim Class.
Okay.
He doesn't work out of there anymore. Last I heard is that he's doing just by appointment only. But no, I chose him because my best friend has a ton of ink.
Yeah.
He's got two half sleeves, and he's working on making them full. He's got tattoos on his thighs, a couple,
around the ribs, yeah.
Yeah, he's got all over his back. So this kid, I mean, it's tough to say. Like, you got the one sleeve. It's tough to say exactly how many because it's all filled in and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what his number's at. I know that if you try to break it down individually, he's got like probably over 20.
Damn.
And all but one of them, which was his very first tattoo, all but one of them were by this guy, Jim Class. So yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
yeah, definitely.
You know how it is. You find a certain thing you like. It's almost like pizza places. You find one you like. Why mess it up?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's my issue. Is that now when I go to get another one, I'm going. I got like 3-4 people that are like, this guy does good traditional ink. This guy does good traditional ink. So I'm just gonna kind of pick one and go with it. You know.
All right. Now, going off that, you have future plans for tattoos? What are you planning on getting?
I want to replace the Lazio tattoo because since then my grandpa, the one that introduced me to all that, my Italian grandfather, from that area of Italy and everything, he passed away. So I still want to kind of throw a tribute to him and the club that he introduced me to. So I don't know where on my body exactly I want that one.
I want to put it on the other shoulder.
Well, no, because I was going to get to that because I'll pick something maybe in the middle of my back in between the other two, although I do have, too many moles. That kind of cuts down the amount of canvas on my body that I can ink up is because of the moles and stuff. Yeah. But, I'll figure it out. Even if it's a thigh one, which I'm not against, a big, nice Lazio eagle tattoo with the club badge or something. That's that. That'll be going on me at some point. Now, as far as, for me, and I've discussed this to you off camera before, where it's like I have this half sleeve, and now I feel kind of naked on this side.
Exactly.
So
you're off balance.
So my next couple of pieces, because what I do plan on doing is I love traditional ink, and there's only so much traditional flash, but at least you can make it unique to yourself by changing the colors, maybe doing something a little different. So there's I definitely wanted to get something for mom and dad, but I didn't want the typical a heart with a rose or something and mom, which there's nothing wrong with. That's the thing is I don't judge people's tattoos. If that's what you want to put on your body, go for it.
Awesome.
I like what I like, and I do want to do a full traditional sleeve on this side. And what I want to do is I definitely want to add. There's traditional flash with lots of gypsy heads, lots of And my mom's side, not that she was a gypsy, we don't come from the Irish gypsy culture, but we do have Irish blood, and we know a lot of people, or at least like my Irish grandma and stuff like that, Irish German family. They knew a lot of the people from that culture over in Europe. So, anyways, there's a very famous traditional flash of a gypsy head. And I want to get one it's combined along with a traditional snake or cobra, and have it like, I don't know if they're if they're gonna fade. I've seen ones where they like a traditional panther and a traditional snake, and they intertwine it and do it where they're like almost like they're fighting or something. Because my parents, I love them to death, but they got divorced when I was like 4. Oof. Now they're very civil though. This isn't. I'm not doing this as like a they can't stand each other, can't be in the same room. It's not like that. They were always very civil for my sake and everything. That was great. It just didn't work out. That happens. Yeah. But as a tribute or as a shout out to them, my dad's prized possession is his 1974 Torino Cobra. Nice. So that's what the snake will represent, is that Cobra. Because I grew up with it. I grew up watching him at the track race that thing. He hasn't drag raced that car in over 10 years, but it's still got the roll cage in it. Yeah. It's still, you know what I mean?
It's ready to go.
It's ready to go. So we still take it out, do burnouts and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. So anyways, that'll represent him, and then the gypsy head will represent my mom. That's going to start this sleeve. And then I'll fill it in. I'm going to get there's other traditional ink that I'd like to get. That's basically it, man. It's
so just the sleeves, that's really all you want to do?
Yeah, the sleeves, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm willing to put some chest pieces on, but again, I know my buddy, the one with all the tattoos I told you about, he's got these 2 like 17th century, like golden age of piracy era muskets. And but he got him tattooed right on his collarbone, and I was there when he got him done. That's probably the most pain I've seen him in the chair, and I've seen him in the chair a lot. And we've made fun of people. We seen a kid getting a chest piece done at the White Tiger shop one time. Actually, the day that I was getting this sleeve done, he started laughing, and I looked up at him, and I'm like, "What are you laughing about?" He's like, "Kid a few chairs down is having his girlfriend hold his hand while he's getting his chest piece done." And we were laughing at it. We had a good time with that. Even Jim Class, the guy that was doing it, he started shaking his head. And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" But it's like, you know what I mean? So I know that there are some painful spots.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not against it. For me, it's my back's a little shut down because of the moles. They were actually able to work around a couple of moles here,
right there,
and it didn't really mess with it. So that we just got lucky there with the placement. So that's how it is. So yeah.
So going off that, seeing this kid with his girlfriend, what would you say? Like, in all honesty, what would you say to someone who's hesitant about getting a tattoo? Or really, sort of deciding what they want.
Right.
I mean?
Well, I would just say, look, there's no rush. I completely and this is strictly coming, and this would be advice strictly coming and be like one of those classic take it from somebody who's been there moments. Because okay. I now have a cover up, and I've always been like, man, it's a tattoo. Take your time, think about what you want. But I get it, But that's the thing that people don't realize is they want to go out and get a tattoo when they're young, and I was a part of that crowd. As soon as I turned 18, that's it. I'm going to make an appointment, and but the problem is that much people going through life, we change, man. I'm a lot different than I was at 18. Heck, I'm an older student. I'm quite a bit different than I was even at 25.
Okay.
So and that doesn't mean I regret, because the one that I got, the social distortion one, I got right around the time I was 25. So yeah, I mean, it's just take your time and figure out exactly what you want. I understand that we, especially in our society now with social media, instant gratification society that we live in, but I would suggest just take your time. There's no shame in, taking the absolute sweet time, figuring out exactly how you want it shaded, exactly how you want it done, even making sure you're picking the spot on your body that you want. Yeah. These people that get face tattoos and stuff, again, I don't judge people. Do what you want, but again, you're putting a face tattoo on, you better already be rich or something. You better already not have to really worry about finding work, because whether you like it or not, people do still discriminate against people with tattoos, so it's an unfortunate thing.
Do you feel like that's gone away? Because I know there is that negative connotation about having tattoos in public.
You're not allowed to stay in here. Sorry.
Why? What happens? Is that a fire drill?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That sucks.
So we gotta close the station.
Hang on, guys. We'll be back after this.
Well, that's annoying.
I found one